Alright guys, this video is a bit controversial. Now, if you guys remember this video that I made a while ago, yeah, it was quite a big video and the game looked very good. I was impressed, everybody else was impressed, and things of that nature. Well, it turns out the developer for that game scammed people. Scammed over 5k US dollars. Now, there are screenshots, there's a whole document on the thing, but I'm personally not going to go over that document and things of that nature. Why? Because what's new here? Roblox developers on a regular basis find ways to scam their community and people that put their trust into them. If that developer had stuck through with the project, he would have made way more than 5k US dollars. So he really had a poor, broke mindset. But he decided, hey, I'm gonna make some quick money and run off on the plug twice. That's exactly what he did. He ran away. Now, I was aware of this at least a month ago or so, but I've been busy with, you know, YouTube and streaming and things of that nature, so I didn't really want to address it. However, OCUQ made a video on it not too long ago, actually. And since he made a video on it, and he did make the For You video that we reacted to a while ago, or like last week, I'm gonna, you know, watch it, see what he has to say, and at the end of the video, if, you know, he's made me feel like, okay, it's worth just exposing him, we'll go over the document at the end. If not, then no. But since this guy's made two videos that I genuinely like, well, I haven't actually watched this one yet, but since he's made two very informative videos, me personally, I'm going to subscribe. I think you guys should do the same thing to him, because he's one of the only people in our community, apart from me and probably a couple other people, that actually go over important topics within our community that a lot of the bigger content creators decide to skip over or just don't make videos on in general. And I appreciate that, because sometimes I feel like I'm alone in the fray. You know, a lot of YouTubers will know something's wrong and not speak on it. And I've been doing less of that more recently because I want to keep the channel professional. However, when it's to this extent, I feel like it needs to be done. This is crazy. You have people who invested in the game that got completely ripped off because some Roblox kid decided he wanted to run off with $5,000. I genuinely think it's stupid, because if you had went through with the game, this probably would have been a front page Roblox game that he decided to just scam people out of. I genuinely don't understand the mindset behind a lot of the people in the Roblox community, especially in the Roblox anime community. But that's a topic for another day. I've spoken about that so many times on different occasions. Let's actually get into the video and see what's up.
How does a person scam thousands of dollars and get away with it with no real punishment at all?
Literally no punishment, by the way.
No one really knows this developer that much. No one is an over-exaggeration, but not a lot of people know him. And the people who do know him don't really like him that much at all. You've probably heard of Project Everborne. Everborne was a Dark Souls...
Hey, I like this guy. I really do like this guy, bro.
Bloodborne type of game that was gonna come out. But all of the traces of Everborne got deleted and the game never released. And this person was one of the owners of it. If you followed Everborne, you know what happened to it, and if you don't, I'll go into greater detail later in this video. But the person in question, the person I'm talking about, goes by the name of CGZorks. The first portion of this video is going to be me speaking from my experience with him, and that's because me and my friends all followed Zorks and played through all of his games. He had a small community in a majority of his games, so you've probably never heard of them before, but they were all copy games. Naruto copies, Demon Slayer copies, My Hero, Attack on Titan. Anything Zorks could get his hands on, he would make into a small community permadeath game. However, there were red flags. All of the games that he's ever made never really lasted a month. He would always post sneak peeks of these games that never actually made it in. And if that wasn't the case and they actually did make it in, they were blatantly stolen from a larger game and reskinned and then put into his game. And he wasn't afraid to admit this either. Zorks created a game and they would all end in the same ways. Him having a mental breakdown because of the community and deleting it, or him just getting bored and moving on. Zorks asking for financial support was also not rare at all, but whether he received it or not in these copies, I have no idea. One thing I do know is that one of my friends bought one of his games for 4.5k and then just gave it back to him for whatever reason, I don't know. One of the larger games, Tsukitoru, was a Demon Slayer game. Every second of this game being out, people complained about it, and later he transferred ownership to one of his friends. This was one of the last time I've played a Zorks game, but there were a few after that I did play. So why'd I bring this up? Zorks was known for copies. He was barely even a developer. He was an artist. He didn't actually do anything in studio most of the times, and he would just own the games and hire people. This is even the case in his most popular project, Everborne. The entire game was fake. Nothing ever existed in it. It was not going to come out. It was all just a ploy and a scam. Before I address the events of Everborne, I just want to make it clear what type of person Zorks is. Scamming wasn't very rare in his case. Whether it's just getting investors for a game and then closing it, or anything of the sort. But in order to really know him, you have to see the screenshots, and sadly, there aren't many. I was able to get a few people, my friends who played Zorks' games and just players of his games in general, to give me their opinion on him. So just remember, this portion of the video is not 100% fact. This is people's opinion on Zorks, because he deleted a majority of his Discord, so I wouldn't be able to find screenshots of exactly what Zorks would do that would make him such a bad person.
Has a big anger issue, bruh. All he does is cry about how people don't respect him and make ROBUX off of it quick because he had some issue, and then just make a new one and do the same thing.
This person in particular provides a screenshot of Zorks asking him to pay Zorks' developers, which is really weird. So let's go into the Google document. The entire point of the document was pretty much to expose Zorks. At the start of it, it reads, "The purpose of this document is to warn people that CG Zorks has mishandled his power in owning a large Discord server and an upcoming Roblox game to scam his members." There's more, but you could read that if you want. The first image is Zorks claiming someone was going to invest 5,000 USD, and then going on to say that he was going to use this on another project because the investor wanted a really large portion of the game's ownership. One of the other developers tried to stop him, but he still wanted to use it on his other project called Cento. One of the people who were higher ranking in Everborne also stated that he was trying to scam an investor. Devs were getting underpaid.
Okay, so what I'm noticing here is he's actually going through the document that I got sent as well. So there's probably no need for me to go over the document, but we're going to continue.
Investors were getting scammed. Investors' money was used on his own game. And he spent a lot of...
And just real quick, I am high-key offended because I made a video on a game that I was genuinely impressed with. And it kind of feels like I falsely promoted this game. Like I feel like people feel like I get paid to promote games. No, I see a game I like. If it genuinely looks good and I have a genuine interest for the game, I'll make a video on it. Easy as that. I don't really need to ask anyone for permission to do that because, you know, it's Roblox. So I make a game on something that I look and genuinely invested in. I don't ask developers, hey, can I make a video on your game? So I made a video on a game that looked good, and it turns out the dev was a scumbag. Now, there's really no way of knowing that a dev is a bad person until it all goes wrong. So I guess it's a bit of my fault for not doing the research into it beforehand. However, again, it's not my fault because I had no idea until it was too late.
The money on certain things that weren't necessary, like his e-girlfriend that he met over Discord. Everborne developers discussed how Zorks lied about the game, claiming it was close to testing, but when the devs entered TC, it was an empty baseplate. He constantly used clips and pictures that he had no access to in order to pretend that the game really existed. The game got really popular though. Revolveragz made a video on it, and in hindsight, this was a large mistake. Obviously,
literally,
it's not his fault because he didn't know the game was a scam, but I mean, it resulted in more people getting scammed and waiting for this project that would actually never come out. There was even a
Literally, bro. And I feel terrible about that as well, because I saw a comment like, damn, when is this game gonna come out? And it's like, damn, do I respond to this comment? So I feel like it's actually good that I'm making this video now, because I don't have to answer any more questions on this game.
screenshot
Bro.
of Zork talking about how he had 4,000 plus members, 20,000 YouTubers, 10 to 18 investors, awaiting for a game that is nowhere near completion, which is really, really bad.
Damn.
After one of the developers talked about how
Damn. This is kind of getting me mad. Hold on. Let me I need a 2-second break, bro. Okay, I'm back. Let's continue.
The game was nowhere near being done in the general. Zorks went to his investor chat and then talked about what happened, and basically this is what he said. Zorks basically claimed that he got scammed and he was paying somebody to do absolutely nothing for the game. The investors then were like saying that they didn't want to talk to him, and then he kind of played the victim card. What did I do now? And then he basically tried to shift it into, I'm sorry for getting your money scammed, but you shouldn't really care because we have a better game and you're gonna get investor perks in that one. This is already showing what type of person Zorks is. It's kind of bad. But one of my friends reached out to him and pretty much asked him about the situation, and Zorks denied it all. He said that he didn't scam, so I decided, hey, let's get an interview with Zorks, and he decided that he didn't want to speak about the game and kind of took it as an insult for some reason, which just kind of shows more of how egotistical Zorks is. I don't like this guy, if I didn't make it clear already. To close this off, basically, I'll link the Google document in the description for everything that Zorks has done regarding Everborne, and for everything else. Me personally.
Okay, so the doc is going to be in the description of his video. So I'm going to link his original video in the description. And I'll do it in the pinned comment because people have problems reading descriptions for some reason. I'll put it in the pinned comment, and y'all boys can go back to this video, the original one, and then look in his description for the documentation if you need to read it.
I believe that Zorks is egotistical. He's not fit well mentally to become a developer, because if you want to be a dev, then you're going to have to learn to take criticism, and Zorks cannot take criticism at all. Anything that you say or do towards Zorks, he's going to take as an insult, if it's not directly just being fucking nice to him. And that is the most annoying trait that anybody could ever have, ever. I was going to get an interview with him to get him to prove his innocence, to get him to say, I didn't do these things. I'm a nice person. I'm not a bad person. But he even, for some reason, took that offensively. If you want to talk to him, then he's not hard to find on Discord. And if he says something that says this video was wrong, or I don't like this point in this video, then please just let him know that I do not care, because I gave you the opportunity.
Of course. This guy is at least 14 years old. Let's not even do that. We're not going to criticize. Anyways, let's continue. Okay, that's the end of the video. Alright, I'm not going to criticize. I ain't going to say nothing crazy. But I am genuinely irritated because it kind of feels like I helped promote a scam. Bro, ugh. Anyways, I'm not gonna lie, something does need to be done about this guy, this Zortex guy. If there is a way to get this guy's DevX revoked on his IP, on his Roblox account, or something of the sort, like, don't let this guy dev games anymore, bro. It's as simple as that. We need to find out. Like, I'm being so serious because scamming people is crazy. Scamming over 5K worth of 5,000 US dollars is crazy. And not only that, I feel like it low-key, tarnishes my name, and I take that personally. I don't know how, don't know who you need to contact. If someone needs to share this video to the Roblox dev team or staff team or something, we need to find a way to get this guy removed or ban him off Discord or something. Some people don't deserve a platform. Genuinely, this is one of them. Anyways, I'm done with this video. Before I end up actually getting tilted, I'm gonna see y'all boys in the next one. Peace.